What's up, guys? King Richard here. I'm bringing you guys part 2 or 2.0 of my Sorcerer stamina build, which was the Stormtrooper stamina build. Here's 2.0 of it, the updated version for the Imperial City. This build right here is going to be one of the most OP heavy armor setups in ESO. Mark my word for it. If you want to see this build in action, catch me at twitch.tv/KingRichard15. Let's hop into it. I don't have much time. This is based on Imperial. This will work perfectly with Imperial, Red Guard, Wood Elf. Any stamina race will go perfectly with this build. Like I said, it's heavy armor, 5 heavy, 1 light, 1 medium. Here's my stats. Maximum Magicka, 14k, 30k maximum health, 41k maximum stamina. That is insane. 1300 stamina recovery. We're going to run the Serpent Mundus Stone. My stats are jumping around because Black Rose is bugged right now, but the base stats are pretty much similar to this. 2k weapon damage unbuffed. Let's go ahead and look at the gear sets. We're running 5 pieces of the Black Rose set. That's body, belt, boots, legs, gloves, and then 2 pieces Molakina. You can swap this out for Engine Guardian, Blood Spawn, anything that you want to, but right now I'm running Molakina. I like that weapon damage bonus, and also the 2-piece bonus if you can proc Overkill is really good. We're running Rings of Endurance with the Necklace of Endurance. Everything has cost reduction on it. All my armor has maximum stamina enchanted. It's infused in Divines as a trait. And then we're running Sword and Board, Agility. You can also run Night Silence, which is equal to what you see me with right here with the maximum stamina bonus, Night Silence. And then your two-hander is going to be a Master Sword. Like I said, overall, OP setup. You can run this on a DK, you can run this on a Nightblade, a Templar, it does not matter. If you run this setup on any class, you're going to be really powerful in the next update. I'm getting this out to you guys. Hopefully they take a look into Black Rose and do some fixes for it, but right now heavy armor is the way to go in the next update, and stamina is well alive. Even on a Sorcerer, I'd rather run this stamina build right here than my Magicka build. That says a lot. This is probably going to outplay most Magicka Sorcerers. So let's go ahead and hop into the abilities and see what, how this thing works. Number 1 ability, Ransack. You want to run a Master Sword with this if you can, because you'll get the heal from this ability. Base damage on it is 6k, really strong for heavy armor. That's high damage, because you can animation cancel that. Number 2 ability, Reverberating Bash. This is our single target CC, our hard CC, and it also applies a healing debuff for 30% for 10 seconds. Really strong ability. Thundering Presence. This is a AoE dot. It increases your spell resistance, armor. It gives you movement speed, and it does damage. It's a really strong ability right here. Resolving Vigor. This is one of your main heals. Another OP ability for stamina builds. If you use everything correctly, you'll be perfect. Bound Armaments. This is going to increase your spell resistance and physical resistance. Also, it will give you it increases the damage of your heavy attacks by 11%, and it also increases your maximum stamina by 8%, which is one of the reasons why we're sitting at 40k stamina with this particular build. Really strong build, and you're going to have to run this on both bars because you don't want to keep applying it. And then we have Greater Atro as our ultimate on our 2-handed bar. This is for if you get in trouble. If you get in trouble, you get this down. If somebody's stupid enough to keep attacking you, they'll get wrecked by this. This does a lot of damage, and it lasts pretty long, 28 seconds. So if you stand in that, it just deals a ton of damage. Really good ability for sorcerers. On to our 2-handed bar, Wrecking Blow. This is another hard CC, single target CC, but it also does a ton of damage. The base damage on this thing is 11k, and this is in a next update, guys. Right now this is the PTS for Imperial City, so this damage is really strong for this next update. You're going to be able to run this heavy armor sword in PvP and PVE, DPS, tank, whatever you want to do. This build is going to be really strong, guys. Critical Rush. This is your gap closer. You don't have a gap closer on your sword and board bar. So if you need to get in close, you crit rush in, and then you can weapon swap and get the stun on, and then go and wreck and blow, however you want to do it. Number 3 ability, Executioner, really strong ability. This is an execute, does a lot of damage. it also increases the damage of your two-handed abilities by 18% just from having it slotted. So it's going to make your Wrecking Blow hit hard, your Crit Rush hit hard, and it's going to make Rally heal you more. Number 4 ability, Rally. This is your main heal, your burst heal. If you get low, you pop this on. It also gives you Major Brutality, which increases your weapon damage by 20%. This is another really good ability. This is going to help you with survivability. And then of course, Bound Armaments on both bars. You guys already know what this does. And then our ultimate is Dawnbreaker. This ability is going to work similar to what a DK would do with a Wrecking Blow and a Dragon Leap, but instead of Wrecking Blow and Dragon Leap, it'll be Wrecking Blow Dawnbreaker. So you knock them up in the air, you bring the hammer down with this Dawnbreaker, and then you can finish them with an Execute. And if they're too far away, Crit Rush in, it'll do a lot of damage because they're low health, and you get that bonus from having Executioner slotted. So Dawnbreaker, really good ability. So that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the champion tree, and then we're also going to look at the passive abilities and see exactly why this build is so strong. Unholy Magic reduces magic and stamina cost for all abilities by 5%. Don't pay attention, it jumps over the place that is caused by a bug on a PTS with Black Rose, and I hope it gets fixed. I hope it doesn't make it to live. Hitting an enemy with a dark magic, that is not really key. Yeah, so this is one of the main passives that help you as a stamina sword. You're going to want to get all your passives, but that's just one of the main ones. And then let's see, Power Stone, this reduces the cost of ultimates. You're going to be dropping Dawnbreakers pretty often. Increases your health and stamina recovery by 20% when a Daedric summoning ability is slotted. Bound Armor on both bars, you get 20% health and stamina recovery. That is a really good buff. And then that's pretty much it. And this increases your magic recovery by 10%. That does help. This increases the damage of storm calling abilities by 5%, which is Thundering Presence. So you get a bonus to that. Disintegrate can be procced with Thundering Presence. That also helps. And then Expert Mage increases weapon and spell damage by 2%. So you get 4% on, 4% on this bar, and then you get you get 2% on that bar. So that's pretty much it. Let's go over the champion system really fast. You want 6% in a Warlord. You'll get 10% just from Warlord and the Sorcerer passives for cost reduction. And then you want to pump the rest of it into stamina recovery. You're going to want to get as much stamina recovery as possible, and then put 20 points into tumbling just to get that break free cross. That's going to help you as a heavy armor build. Break free is going to cost you nothing, and you'll have really high sustain. I put 30 points into Blade Expert. You can go on a heavy weapon expert or Blade Expert. I choose Blade Expert because I animation cancel with my sword and board bar a lot with this build, so that's going to help you. And then you have the chance to proc this ability, which does 5k damage to the attacker whenever you block an attack. So it's a 15% chance to cause that 5k damage. And then one into Precise, one into Piercing, the rest into Mighty for that tree. And then we're going to pump 100 into Block Expertise. You want to unlock Shield Expert, Invigorating Bash, and Phase. All these are going to help you. So 100 points into this, and I would just keep stacking into this tree because you get a lot of benefits from it. So after you stack into that, I would definitely start stacking into Spell Shield. And that is basically it. That's the champion point setup. That's the whole build, Stormtrooper 2.0. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Remember, this build can be ran on a DK, Nightblade, anything, and I will update and show you guys how to run this build on other classes. But this build right here, Stormtrooper 2.0, OP. Twitch.tv/KingRichard15. See you guys soon. I'm out of here. Peace.